Okay, so this video is just to focus on the deferred purchase for sales execs and what happens when the deferred lead comes back to you. So the start of this journey is that a customer comes in and maybe isn't ready to go ahead as yet. So what we recommend you do is to lost sale is deferred purchase. That mandates a forward date. Now that lead will come back to you into your leads tab. So this little section up the top here, it will come back to you on the date that you choose to defer it to. For managers, please keep an eye on your group leads section of your daily log. If the lead comes back into a salesperson and the sales executive isn't available today, then we recommend that you click on the save icon to bring it back to an allocation state and then allocate the lead to an exec that is available today to look after it. On the other hand, if it comes into you into your group lead section of your daily log and hasn't been automatically allocated to anyone, it means that the sales exec that was looking after that inquiry before has now left and been deleted, so you just need to allocate it to someone who can look after it. So the process is we're going to look at Fred Flintstone. So if we click onto the number 4, we can look at the lead, and then if we click accept here, we can actually push that through to start to create an inquiry. You can actually send it back, so if we just go back to your leads tab, so I suppose the ideal scenario would be you'd click onto there, you'd contact the customer. Obviously if we had a phone number, etc., that would all be in there, but we contact the customer. If he says that he's not interested in having his inquiry regenerated through this deferred purchase process, then we can send it back for our manager to then reject that inquiry or reject that lead. But in this case, we're going to actually accept it and say the customer is actually interested and we want to try and sell him a car. So there's the customer record. Click continue. It will do a duplication search. Obviously the customer exists in your system, so there is no need to ever click new customer because it was put in there in the first place for you to actually market a lost sale and defer it. So please make sure you choose the correct customer by using the select column here. So we click onto that then will take us into the section where we can start to load the inquiry. So I'm just going to put in a method of contact. So this is telephone because I'm going to obviously pick up the phone and dial this customer. We've got the lead info section down the bottom here. So if that isn't there, go back to your leads tab and start again. So basically, if this isn't here, it means that you're just manually loading an inquiry on. So if we click lead info there, it will show us the lead info again, like we've seen on the previous screen. If I do go back into my leads tab, you can see it still says 22, but you can see Fred Flintstone has been accepted, but it says click here to create a new inquiry. Well, we need to complete the inquiry. So I'm going to go back into that. Obviously, if it says lead info, then you would just continue as normal. I'm just trying to show you the pitfalls of where you may go wrong. So it says lead info there, so we know we're actioning the lead correctly. Click save. As soon as you click save, we need to then go into the calendar and move that customer forwards in our diary. So there's the customer there. Tick the done box. There's the second area that you just need to be checking on. You will only ever see this drop down box in Inquiry Max when you tick done if you are accepting a lead correctly and creating the inquiry correctly from the lead that's been delivered to you. So I just put in there contacted, continue, and we're going to follow him up later on today for another call. So I'll put it in for 4:45, telephone, follow up lead, and save. Okay, so you can now see my leads tab has gone down from 22 to 21, and my manager can also see that it's been actioned, and that is time and date stamped. Now, you need to make sure you complete that whole process, so loading the inquiry, going into the calendar, and moving that in the calendar for that to be fully actioned according to the daily log. Thanks very much.